Hi guys, this is Lisha from Scout Moon Creations, and I'm back with a new video. This is my Hrcyed 2.0 quarterly update to see how I am doing. Play my intro. But hey guys, how are we? I want to get right into it. Doing something a little bit different because I need to share my screen and spreadsheet. Oh, and on the spreadsheet. We're supposed to be in the. So this is the Hrcyed Round 2 spreadsheet created by. Let me even see what you see. Here we go. Okay. I'm just making sure you're seeing what I'm seeing, or what I want you to see anyway. Move on the options. I think so. Um, they is created by QWERTY, QWORDY. Sorry. Also the creator of Hrcyed, the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do. I did this last year, and yeah, I'm still coming out with videos, and I haven't even wrapped up that one, so you'll see it when you see it. But doing round 2 this year. If you didn't know, it runs from July 7th one year to July 6th of the next. So this round 2 from July 7th, 2025 to July 6th, 2026. I believe the 7th is QWERTY's birthday. And yeah, I'm following that uh, timeline. I know some people are just going from the 1st of July. I'm not too bothered by starting on a random day that happens to be QWERTY's birthday. Anyway, like I said, I wanted to do this going over what I've done so far. No reviews, just a check in. And do it quarterly because I don't have the spoons to do this monthly, as some people I've seen do. Though I've stopped seeing those videos, so maybe they have learned they don't have the wherewithal to update monthly as well. So yeah, this is the original spreadsheet. There has been some updates. I will maybe add those to mine for the quarter 2 update. Quarter 1, we're going from July 7th, 2025 to October 7th, 2025. Basically, the first 3 months since it's 12 months a year. Um, This is the bingo board for round 2. Oh, let me go down a bit so you can see the whole thing. There are uh, 25 prompts. And if you didn't know, it's called the hardest reading challenge because each prompt is a challenge in and of itself. Some examples we had from round 1 last year's was the alphabet challenge, which I'm sure you know, like read a book where each title starts with a letter of the alphabet, the English alphabet. Um, so that's 26 books right there. And that's just 1 out of 25 prompts. Some prompts are purple, some prompts are white. The uh, purple prompts are ones that we are customizable this year, and the white prompts are pretty straightforward. Now, when you complete a prompt, the box will turn green when you click "I finished" on its individual sheet here. So I have completed two Hrcyed round two prompts, the 24-hour readathon and the TBR, and I'm probably going to complete one or two more soon. Um, wait. Okay, so I'm finally filming this in 2026. So I know I've completed two more at least. Um, and I haven't updated everything else, but it is what it is. Uh, if you want to know more, I put it in the description. I will put in the description where his announcement video and all of the things, the playlist, so you can see. I will also put my playlist of videos from last year's vlogs that I did, so you can see those. Um, like I said, if you want more details, go check out the links in the description. Okay. But yeah, these are all of the prompts. Um, this is the original spreadsheet. As I said, there has been some updates, but I have not added them because I wasn't aware of them at first. Um, and then I wasn't sure how much I was going to use this. This is more robust than last year's spreadsheet, and I knew even before that, like, there's only so many ways I will keep up tracking what I read. I use StoryGraph. I've already stopped basically using Goodreads, except whereas I have Kindle books or books that I read on Kindle. Other than that, I'm not going there at all. I have a physical and a digital reading journal, and I've talked about those in my journal ecosystem part one and two, Techo Kaigi. And I don't go into as certain much, I don't go into very much detail in the physical one at all. That's mostly for readathons and to keep track of book clubs and read. That's pretty much it. For the digital, I don't, we'll see how it goes. Right. So this tracker sheet, I was not going to use, but I realized that it helps me keep track of the two prompts that I can use each book for. So in this year, we can use each book you read can be used for two prompts. Some I haven't decided yet. I try to go through before filming this and like pick at least one prompt for each. And since I was doing that, I was like, I might as well put some other stuff in there because the stats page was looking really weird. But that's the main purpose of this for me. And yeah, I'm not putting anything in the price you pay because almost everything is either I own it already, and most of what I own I've had a long time, or I get for free, like Little Free Library, for example, or I 90% of the time I just use the library. Another 10% I will do like stuff your Kindle type things. I don't even do arcs, so I'm not doing that. Read that's all calculated already by Storygraph, and they make charts, so I don't bother. I might go in here and go back if I can and try to put some states in for those in the U.S. Uh, But yeah, I don't know about all of that. That's basically feeds the Hrcyed stats page, which is he read a total of 18 books. Wait, have I really? In 3 months? Let me go back. No, it says 20. I don't understand. Oh, 18 because we started at number 3. Yes, so I read a total of 18 books. Total pages 3,521. Total hours 97.75 and $0. Average rating 3.95. Average pages 234. Average hours 32 and a half. Total points, which I'll get to in a minute, 127. And total out of this world, 5. Most read month, August, so far. And so the location into the world map and the US map there, which is kind of cool. So that's why I started putting them in. But I don't know. I just in the spreadsheet and you keep going. This is keeping track of my prompts. So the TBR game I read 5 of, and that's one of the ones I finished. I'm just making sure you guys can still see. And I did do the Even Bigger Rainbow, but at the 3 for the 24-hour readathon that I finished, I haven't fully committed to the Even Bigger Rainbow yet, so but 5 possibilities, I guess. I'll try to do better with the quarter 2 update. Genres, the most I've read from is epic high fantasy at 18%, followed by contemporary, uh, 12.5%, means mostly paperback, 33, followed by hardcover, 27, 22% ebook, and 16% audiobook. Pretty even across the board, or close to even. Um, Series just started 69.2, which is crazy. New versus rereads. I haven't reread anything, so oh, the cup. I haven't really looked at this since I started putting stuff in, but the different cover colors, which will help towards the even bigger rainbow, and mostly from 2022. The authors section, I'm not sure what that's about. Let me go look at that again. Um, I didn't put in any authors' names, so tis what it is. That's why. All right, so with round 2, we have points that can be gained, and there's a whole. Before I continue, there is a whole website for Hrcyed, HRCYED .my.canva.site, and it has all the rules, an FAQ, the bingo board, the prompts, and links, and all of that stuff. Um, so you can gain points to gain extra things like rereading a book or counting a prompt as complete if you're short one book. Um, so you can get different amounts of points for different things as you check them off here. So the reds are if you do any of the ones in red, you get 1 point. The orange, you get 2 points. The yellow, you get 3. The green, you get 4 points. Yes. And the blues, you get 5 points. I have earned a total of 127 points so far. Um, and I will change that once I writing my reviews. So, I never had a problem writing reviews as soon as I finished a book. And wouldn't you know it, as soon as it becomes a rule in a challenge, that goes out the window. So it is what it is. Um, but that means I have I've earned a total of rereads, 2.54 rereads, 1.27 DNFs, 0.51 triple ups, where a book can count for 3 prompts instead of just 2, and short by 1 prompt, 0.25. And I have not redeemed any of those, though I have at least one or 2 books I'm thinking about. Um, so from here, when I use those, they'll go in these boxes. From here, we go into the tabs for each of the 25 prompts. Okay, first up, we have by the 100s. And I am not worried about these too much, especially 200 to 600. Um, that'll come up with whatever I read, and I'll just decide from there. 700, I've read plenty of books over 700 pages. Um, so I don't read them all the time. Read a lot less books that way. But the one I decided to go with is Wind and Truth by Brandon Sanderson. And yeah, for the 100s, I don't read short books. Even 200 is pushing it for me. I don't like short stories. I don't like novellas unless they are part of a series. It's not. I don't. I'm not going to go into that anymore. But so I have some possibilities here. Um, Remember, there's comics and graphic novels I want to read and some other stuff. I actually own this novella that is part of a series. So that's where I'm at with that. Uh, the 24-hour readathon is one of the prompts I completed. I said I did not complete this last year. The last Hrcyed, and so I was like, I definitely want to. I think I overthought it last time, and so just kind of went for it after I saw somebody else do it. Um, and I read, well, I finished 3 books and started a 4th one. I only put the cover images of 3 here, and I only counted the pages that I completed of the 4th one. Um, Total book pages read 648. I started at 9:25 a.m. one day and finished by 2:24 a.m. And the rule is you cannot count sleep time. So once you go to sleep, like for a nap or nighttime sleep, the clock stops. Um, so that I can only stay up until 2:24 a.m. Having started at 9 something. Um, but yeah, Cat Gamer Volume 2, Criminal Intentions. It's Witchcraft, Book 5 in the Criminal Intentions series by Coleman King, which I love. I know you guys have not seen me talk about this at all, but I decided I will be making vlogs specifically about that series. So look forward to that, because with the 5th book, I'm like, okay, vlog 1 done. And I also read Us by Sarah Solar. The 4th book I started was Welcome to Hunamdong Bookshop by Huang Borum. An interesting mix, don't you think? Us was a graphic novel. The other rule was at least one book had to be 300 pages or more, I think, or was that the rule from last year? I don't remember. Okay, next tab. Ooh, I'm getting uncomfortable. Subgenres of choice is the next prompt, and the genre I picked to have subgenres for it was romance. That's the easiest for me. Um, I put in 6 categories. You just have to read 6 different subgenres of the genre you pick. And the ones I put in here are contemporary, historical, paranormal, sci-fi, epic, high uh, fantasy or romantasy, and grimdark. Um, I have read the contemporary and the sci-fi, which was I don't think the original category I had up here, sci-fi romance, but what do you call this series other than that? So I think I was going for romantic suspense, maybe. Uh, yeah. So that's that prompt. So let me just make sure. All right, series staircase. It's the next tab. All right, for this one, we have to read a solo, a one book, no series, then a duology, a complete trilogy, and then either a quadrology of series with 4 or more books. And that could be one I've already started as long as there's 4 or more books left in it. I'm pretty sure I know what the trilogy is going to be. Because I have talked to some my co-hosts of Read Along for Realm of the Elderling, and we seem to be ready to do the last trilogy. So if it's in the full, will probably be my trilogy, and we'll see. Again, I have policies down here, especially for the solo, because I'm a girl. I love series. I prefer them. So with the duology, that will be hard for me to choose from. All right, now that we're out of this, I can go back to 100%, I think. Okay, for award season, this is one I did not get to last year. Well, it wasn't called award season, it was Spiffbo, and I didn't get to it, and so I decided I wanted to do Spiffbo this year. Spiffbo is the self-published fantasy blog off, and they're all like self-published fantasy books. And you have to read 2 from a winner, 2 finalists, 2 semifinalists, and an entrant, which this book will be fine for, but I didn't get to that yet. I don't know if I will. The TBR game challenge is the other box prompt I have completed, and I decided to go with the Wheel of TBR. This was originally created by Cody's Book Corner, which I totally forgot. Um, I had been watching the Reading and Writing Life, Amanda, who's also doing her kid. Um, some of her videos, how she picks her TBR, and I was like, I think I would like to try that. For my series and the few books that I own physically that I have not read, and the ebooks that I do have not read. Um, and then I realized, hey, that's a TBR game. So I created several wheels and rolled. These are the prompts I got and the books that fit them. So I spun the wheel to get the prompts, and then I rolled dice to figure out which book on my list. And yeah, these are the 5 books I read. Did I put book covers in here? No, I did not. But that's okay. Uh, maybe I will. But yeah, so you click the I did it checkbox, and that's what makes the green box on the bingo board. Next prompt is the last 10 years. This is another one like by the hundreds where I'm like, I'm just going to let it fill in um, as we go. So the last 10 years, and there's enough here for 12, honestly. Um, you just pick 10 consecutive years. So 2015 to 2024, or 2016 to 2025, or 2017 to 2026. These are the options. Um, for right now, I have read Ruin, which came out in 2020, 2015. So I think I'm going to 2024. We shall see. I have a bunch of possibilities here. One idea I came across was reading series, catching up on some series that I need to, that I want to. And I looked into the release dates of the books, and it's like it would be really cool to do that. Just fill that in with a series. Um, Next is adaptations. I've done nothing for this yet. Not a major priority for me, though. Maybe. Don't remember if I have possibilities here. There is a web series I thought was, but it's not. Oh yeah, so plenty of TV show and movie options. Um, yeah, definitely. I feel like the movie's probably gonna be Wicked too. I saw the play years ago in college. Um, I've already seen the first Wicked, so yeah. Disability challenge is the next prompt. Uh, just checking. And I've read one here. Evelise explains it all. I need to put the book cover in. Um, wasn't thinking about it when I picked it up, and I have other possibilities here. Each box needs to be a different type of disability, whether it's physical or mental. Um, then we have the Heritage Months. So this and a couple of other prompts coming up, I think will be uh, honestly not too difficult. A couple of the prompts within them are a little harder, where I would have to like be more mindful about finding books for these. The Arab Heritage and Jewish Heritage ones. Otherwise, I have books already on my TBR or authors who I know right in these categories. Like I didn't even put possibilities for Black history or women's history because I read mostly women authors as it is, and tons of Black history ones. Um, so yes, the disability. You don't have to read these the month the Heritage Month happens. It's just letting you know what it is. The disability pride is in addition to the five ones in the disability challenge. But as I was saying, this and some of the other squares on the bingo board that will come up across the next few um, will be helped along by my deciding to join in on another year long challenge, the Anti Brain Rot Challenge, which has several prompts that are a little more specific but dovetail nicely with these. Where are you? I don't want to go into too much detail, but here we go. There are prompts for genres, which whatever, and types of reading material. So like memoir, plays, graphic novels, anthology, translated. Um, there are also queer LGBTQIA, which we'll get to, disability rep, um, and like I said, translated. So that's the anti-brand right challenge. Translation challenge works fairly well. Probably gonna use us for Spanish, which I didn't realize. And when I say Spanish, I mean from Spain. I didn't realize when I picked it up for book club read that it was translated. So I looked at the cover. These are some potentials that I own ebooks of already. So yes. And then what do we have? Around the World, another this and the Heritage Month and what is the next one? No. Kind of dovetail nicely with the anti-brain rot challenge prompts. Um, like to author an author from not from North America, a black author who's alive. That also goes with the Heritage Month. Um, Indigenous Native author, Heritage Month, Swana, Southwest Asian or North African author, Latinate author can go with the Heritage Month, or South America, North America. Um, Indigenous can go from anywhere, as can the Black author who's alive. Um, East Asian or Southeast Asian author who is not Chinese, Japanese, or Korean can fit for the Asian category, as well as a South Asian author who's not Indian. Um, and then there's the bonus of Antarctica, which several people have found books for. So nice bonus. I have not started it at all. I don't think I even put any potentials. Um, though I have some set aside on the anti-brain rot challenge. So the even bigger rainbow. We talked about the book cover colors in the um, other tab earlier, the tracker tab and the stats tabs. Uh, I haven't 100% decided on things, but I was looking back, and quite a few that I've already read might fill things in, so I could be further along. But I didn't, like I said, finalize that, so we'll see. But these are all the colors I have to do. 7+ colors book will be the one that will be the most difficult, I believe, for me personally to get to. Right. Next prompt. Make a quote. So I really wanted a quote that meant something to me. And this is one of the purple prompts where you customize it. Um, and I'm just kicking myself because there's somebody I watched the video of, and her quote is Topic from the movie. Is it Cutting Edge, which I love. As soon as she said, I was like, that means something to me. But also, it's short, 2 books. Mine is not. Ignoring this part down here because that's something that Cordy put. Old enough to know better, pissed enough not to care is my quote. And that is from another book series that I love. What is it? I had people vote in the Hrcyed uh, prompt Discord. And that's from Sherilyn Kenyon's Bad Moon Rising, which I it's from the particular character that I love, and I appreciate that. Okay, next prompt is the one I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fill out really soon. Um, this is the spooky creatures, and you gotta put for each one. My favorite subgenre is paranormal romance or urban fantasy, and they kind of they have a little Venn diagram overlap happening. So, and there's the several readathons that will help me get that going. Um, Become the avatar. I actually spun a wheel to do this prompt, so hopefully doing it soon. I say that in January and I haven't started it yet. There is a series that I can finish that has all of the elements in it. Though I did read the first book before, but it's been over 10 years. And I do have enough points to do a reread. So I'll check in and see if I need to use those points since it's been that long. But that will be simple. The words are all in the title. I don't remember if all of the elements are on the cover as well, but I think they are. So, fairly simple challenge. The readathon challenge is one that will dovetail with the spooky creatures because I plan on doing Black Halloween. These will be all the books I read. Black Halloween is by Locked Booktician Bree on YouTube, Instagram. So yes, there is a location that will let me read paranormal romance as well. So a lot of these show up speak spooky creatures. Um, it's in the readathon, low key, not too crazy, and I'm glad I chose it. Animal Friends. This one is probably gonna be hard for me to continue to finish just because this is not something I look for in books. And the thing about it is that they have to be what's the word? Prominent in the story. It can't just be like, oh, that person has a cat and then you just never see the cat, or they talk about the cat every once in a while. Like the cat has to be a character in the story. Same for all these other animals. So I did ask for some recommendations, and I asked the right people at the right time, and I got a bunch. So we shall see. I was trying to find ones that I know I really like. So I put Cat Plus Gamer Volume 1 here. As you'll remember, Cat Plus Gamer Volume 2 is in the 24-hour readathon, but that continues. That works for house pets. If anyone's wondering, that series is about a woman who surprises herself by adopting a stray cat, and it's all about her learning how to live with a cat. So the cat is very prominent. Next, we have the queer alphabet, which I'm not too worried about. I did very good with this last year. It's the even bigger queer alphabet. We've added non-binary and gender fluid and two-spirit. Oh, and polyamory. I have a book. I just need to freaking read it. The others I will fill in as I go. It's witchcraft works very well here. I read that in the 24-hour readathon. I'm not gonna say more than that, but oh my god, I'm still thinking about it. Going, oh my god, yeah. So anyway, next is another purple prompt. Pick your favorite Hrcyed 1 prompt. This was the bingo board for Hrcyed 1. different 25 prompts. I picked one I didn't get to. 5 books by 5 author tubers. I don't know how it's gonna go. Honestly, I really don't. But wish me the best. I've got two, I think, that I own now. I need to find more. Uh, it's it's putting in the work because I don't really look for author tubers. So that's the thing. Putting in the work to find author tubers and then like picking their books. Um, and I would like to find BIPOC author tubers very much. BIPOC authors, this will again dovetail nicely with the anti brain rot challenge and those prompts I mentioned earlier. Um, the point here is to read different BIPOC authors, different backgrounds. So, not like all Black authors or whatever have you. Um, so, working on that. New releases, the bane of my existence. I have not done horribly. We have gotten an extension this year with instead of just 30 days before, 30 days after release date, we now have 60 days. The 60 days before it helps with people who read arcs. I don't. So, yeah. But I've not been doing too badly. However, it stresses me out because I don't normally read new releases so soon. Um, it kind of knocks out my whole TBR for me. But nothing so bad. I've enjoyed every one of these, and 3 out of the 4 are Black authors. So go me. Another purple prompt is challenge yourself. You come up with your own challenge. I decided because that was my goal for 2025 to finish 12 series. I have at least 12, maybe 14, where I just have one book left. So that was the point. It's I didn't complete that challenge in 2025. Here's hoping by July 2026. I put 12 boxes here, and I've completed 2, even though these are 2 I started this year. But they count. I didn't say they had to be started before 2025 or before Hrcyed, so it's fine. Okay? Yes. So I have 10 more. Wish me luck. Next is the nonfiction challenge, and you have to read 5 nonfiction books, different types of nonfiction. So I just put 5 types. Um, oh, and I put these in the wrong spots that I would normally read up here, but that can change. I've completed 2. Self Care for Black Men is actually, I guess, would be self help, and the service berry would be the herbalism. Um, and yeah, my idea is like memoir, a paganism book. I have some here that I own, and also plenty of others I want to read, and maybe history. So not too difficult. I have to remember to read nonfiction, is what it is. Um, for the anti-brain rot challenge, personal curriculum, I also have a bunch of nonfiction out that are not any of these categories. Well, maybe history, but nonfiction that could fit. Then we have cues, reviews, and recs. We got to read 3 books, one from each category of cues, recommendations, and reviews, mini reviews, full reading blog, a YouTube short, TikTok, or Instagram reel. I will not even hold you. I haven't even looked, but she has links here, um, and you can rate it to whether you agree with what cue said you think it's worse or better than what Q said in her. This next one is the secret prompts. I added this tab myself. And I have not put what the prompts are here. I've just put the book I read for it and whether I did it or not. And for the first two, I've read these guys. And I didn't do the third and fourth one, and you'll see as we go along. So that is 2.0 update. Let me know what you think. If you are doing it, let me know how it's going for you. Let me stop sharing. Go. Wow, but this is why I did it this way. What was I going to say? Yeah. Links in the description to everything I've talked about below. Hrcyed, anti-brain channel. My Patreon, which will get this video first, or got this video first, and any and all updates will come first there. In the Sunset tier, there's exclusive videos in the other tiers. But yeah, guys, there's also a link to my story graph and my Instagram if you'd like to follow me anywhere else. There's a 10% discount code to my Etsy shop where I make all natural bath and body products for magical and mundane purposes. And yeah, guys, I will see you in the next video. Whether it be a Hrcyed vlog or, because that's everything, all my reading stuff is like Hrcyed adjacent anyway. And or anti-brain rot challenge update, or I don't think I'll be doing any other readathons until Hrcyed 2.0 is over. I'm not joining for Hrcyed 3.0. But guys, thank you as always so much for watching. I shall see you in the next video. Stay tuned for the outro.